Hello and welcome back to the field. Today I am going to be bringing you an idea about how to differentiate the area of grassland or paths and your main growing area and stop the two mixing, because basically this fertile area that you're creating for your vegetables is highly desirable to the grasses and other weeds. This idea uses nature against itself and is the product of two different YouTube contributors, one from America, one from Sweden, very established, knowledgeable people, and I've basically copycatted both of the systems and blended it to try and make my own, and I'll show you in this video the difference between the two. Let's crack on with it. Right then, so the first method is coming from Sweden, Richard Perkins, wonderful fella with vast experience, always has a really wonderful tidy plot, worth watching his older videos that are all about market gardening. This is directly lifted from his ideas and it's aimed at no diggers, even though it's digging. It's a permanent way of stopping couchgrass from reinvading your perfectly worked soil. So what you do is first is dig a trench in the soil. This is for the path section. I am going on to digging the next section in advance of doing that. It just makes it easier. You'll get the idea in a minute anyway. So what you want is a perfectly worked trench, not just a loosely dug over trench. So ignore the section that I'm on right now. It's the section in front of you here in the path section. Obviously you won't be having sheets down, cotton sheets down as I have, but just ignore that fact. Just pretend it's your normal cardboard under wood chip. I think that's probably the safest way of describing it. And you want a square trench, 6 inches down, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches across. Nice and firm, straight edges, and then to the bottom of this you just add wood chips. Not really fine wood chips, just your rough wood chips. And it's as simple as just filling up that trench with the wood chips all the way to the top, and then compressing down a little bit by standing on them, obviously. Again, ignore the fact that I'm putting the sheet over. Just pretend it's just wood chips. That's just fine. And then that goes right up to the top, so that this becomes a path extension. I'll explain why in a short while. But basically now, the couch grass has got a barrier between itself in the grass and all that lovely fertile area you've created in your beds. The second method is from Edible Acres in America, and I'll put the links below to both these guys. And this involves planting comfrey as a bed extension. So you've done the path extension, now you're doing a bed extension. In that trench you've just dug, you put comfrey, little plants of comfrey. Again, if you want me to ever show you how to make comfrey from Bocking 14, I will do. And what the importance of Bocking 14 is, enough people have told you, so I'm going to assume you know already. Please ask in the questions below if you don't. Very happy to explain. I'm guessing most people do. And there's no shame if you don't, so please do ask away. So the idea is you plant 3 or 4 comfrey plants in as part of this bed extension. Comfrey is going to be very worthwhile in the longer term, because you can harvest it like you would do harvest comfrey in most other situations. Great. So what you're doing is you're giving yourself the opportunity to block out couch grass and have your comfrey available very easily at the end of your beds. Excuse me. Depending on the size of the plants, 3 or 4 plants, a bit closer than what you would plant comfrey normally, but that's absolutely fine. Right up against the edge of the grass as well. I'm not putting it anywhere further close to the beds, because I want a mass of roots in the trench that you've just dug, and perhaps going out to the bed, that's fine as well. Cover over with a bit of wood chip if you so wish. Give the plants a very good watering, which I'm not going to show you here because I'm sure you've seen that before. And that's it done as far as the 2 methods are concerned, and I'll just give you a quick explanation as to why both of these methods will work. First of all, with the comfrey, and the grass will want to grow into the beds, seeking the fertility out, but these will produce lovely big clumps of very matted roots and a lot of foliage. Couch grass will struggle to get both of these features away, the roots growing and blocking, and the foliage shading out the couch grass, which doesn't particularly like shade. The paths do a physical barrier by the virtue of the fact that the couch grass will not like the loose structure. Well, there we are. Hope that video will be of some use to you. Great ideas, and hopefully a method that will stop me using any chemicals whatsoever to control these weeds going forward and planning for the long-term future. Obviously, on my channel you'll see the development of this plot and whether it's a success or not, and I'll bring you regular updates, and you'll be able to ask me any questions you like in the comments below. This channel is only as good as the amount of people that interact with it, which helps me promote the channel. I'm not monetized in the slightest, so there's no money involved. This is just me trying to share my knowledge, my thoughts and experiences to as wide an audience as possible. I don't need the money. I'm just in this for other people, and this is my paradise. I like to share what I've gained out of life, which is this opportunity that I guess not many others get, really. We get a small part from allotments, and that's good enough for most people. I've been able to take it one step further, and I'm waffling now, so I'll leave it there and say goodbye for now, and see you on the next video.